Sometimes the best way to make a decision or live a life is to just be an autistic retard. I say this because overthinking just kills your speed, it kills your ambition, and it just makes you slow down more. Nothing is a race, but regret is definitely a silent killer. We're always thinking about, oh, what could I have done? What could I have done better? Or I should have made this decision quicker, or I should have just done that thing. And regret also comes later. Regret comes much later. Being an autistic retard, being retarded, will save your life. Because you can then just do things to the best of your capability without overthinking hindering your process. If you want to follow your passion or do something meaningful, a lot of the times it's going to be blocked by the self-limiting beliefs, and it's going to be blocked by the fact that, oh, I don't have enough money, oh, I don't have enough time, oh, I'm not good enough at it. But if you just autistically, like a retard, thought about it and just was like, you know what, I'm just going to do that thing because I really enjoy it. I'm not going to overthink the process. Your life's going to just be so much simpler, right? Because you're not going to be worrying about particular consequences that are not even real. You're not going to worry about, oh, if I do this, then something might happen. Because who cares anyway? Who cares anyway? You can always bounce back from anything. If you did something and it wasted your time, if you were retarded, you would just be like, oh. But if you're someone that's too connected to your intelligence, it will hinder you. And you'll be like, oh, damn, I wasted so much time. I lost so much time. I could have done this, X, Y, and Z instead, and blah, 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 blah. But if you just like a retard and be like, oh, okay, cool, that's done. You just continue with your life. You just go on with your life. It's like you need to ask yourself, like, yo, what do I actually have to lose? What do I have to lose when I do this particular thing? To be retarded, you're just going to do things. Forget your limiting beliefs. Forget that, you don't have any confidence. Forget your anxiety. Forget your whatever you think is holding you back. Forget those things and just do the thing. And do things that is going to add to your life. Because at the end of the day, when you take some time to understand, like, oh, what is it I want to do? You feel like, oh, it's something generally good. Like, you don't want to go out and, like, off people. You don't want to go outside and, like, cause accidents. Cause terror. Because terror is not a naturally moral thing to do, to cause harm, to cause mayhem. These things are not, especially when you sit down with yourself and you think about things like that, how consideration works, right? Because like, okay, what if someone did that to me, right? It doesn't require much thinking. It just requires you to reflect. The difference between reflecting and overthinking. Reflecting is more observing in silence, observing yourself in silence, observing yourself, sitting with yourself sometime like, like these things are like this particular, effect, and it makes me feel a type of way, like what emotion it brings up. If I cause someone harm, the emotion it brings up is like regret or shame or guilt. And then think about it yourself. What if you were that person, right? That's not overthinking. That is just analyzing and reflecting on life and observing it. When you're in that state, and you in the state of, adding to yourself, adding to the world, adding to people, then you can be retarded, because then your retarded moves will be things that are not going to hold you back from ticking off those boxes. Because you don't need a plan. You just need to take the step that comes up for you. When you are retarded, things just happen. Like, so you'll just be like going, and then, oh, something happens, like, oh, this is perfect. Like, oh, I'll just take that opportunity. I'll just do that thing because this perfectly aligns right now. Like, oh yeah, that's perfect. And you'll just do it. You're not gonna be like, oh, is this the right thing? Nah, because you're gonna come up and you're gonna be retarded and you're gonna take the opportunity. You're gonna take it by the horns and just do the thing. You know what I'm saying? So being an autistic retard saves your life. You save yourself. Save yourself from yourself by being an autistic retard. Like, have you ever seen like some autistic people? Not all of them, but some. They are super, super focused. Like they'll do something, or they'll have like an interest or passion and be like super absorbed in it with like no distraction. Like the distraction that normal people have. I say normal because none of us are normal. But normal people, like most people, but not most people, but a large percentage of people, a large portion of people just sit there and scroll on their phone, brain dead. Meanwhile, there's like some autistic kid there, like freaking building like a mechanical bridge with like wooden sticks. You know what I mean? or they'll like memorize, like, oh, I've memorized all these books, because they just have that ability, and all of us have that ability. I think everyone is actually can unlock this autistic part in ourselves. It's just been coined and labeled autism, but it's not actually. It's actually ability. It's actually an expression of human potential. That is what these things are. That is what people that do significant things, and we are mesmerized by it because they have this something about them that they are so absorbed by their passion, they are so absorbed by their purpose and what they're focused on, that it's like, it's kind of what's the word, contagious. It's kind of contagious, right? You see that and you're like, wow, like, geez, I want to do my own thing as well. That is because there's a level of autism in that person. Autism, like I said, meaning this like enhanced ability, and with your combined with your retardedness to just take action and do things and ignore the limitation, ignore the self-limiting beliefs. That autism, precise, focused autism ability combined with your retardedness makes you this autistic retard that just does things, enjoys things, and enjoys their life without the worry of opinion from others, without the care from opinion from others. Normal people will worry about the opinion about others, when in reality is that everyone you meet is temporary. Everyone you meet is temporary. They're not going to be there forever. They're going to do their own thing at the end of the day. Some people do nothing, but they're going to just go on with their lives. And whether they talk about you, whether they remember you or not, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, because you're going to go your own path. They're going to go their own path. It's unlikely that you'll know them until the end of your life. And then we all die anyways. So what does it matter? What does it matter what Bobby thinks? It doesn't matter. What that person thinks does not matter. But the anxiety you have when you go outside in public, it doesn't matter, because it's just actually more you than everyone else. And even if people are saying a particular thing about you, or thinking a particular about, that's fine, because it doesn't add to your life, it doesn't contribute, it doesn't take away from your life. So there's no problem there. So you being an autistic retard, you can do things and just do things and be fulfilled and have a purposeful life. It's not gonna happen like boom, bam, 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 bam. And doesn't mean that things just become super easy mode where you can just like, oh yeah, I can just be lazy and things will happen. Yes, things will still happen, but yada yada. But you'll enjoy yourself more with a bit of momentum, with a bit of movement. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll actually enjoy the process. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know what you think. If you want to share your experience being an autistic retard, or you want to be one, just drop it in the comments. I might not have the answer, but at least you can get it off your chest. You can share it. Anyways, see you in the next video. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. All the YouTube stuff, do it, please. Thank you.